everybody, Pastor Stan again, going to talk about something relevant to a lot of people, and that is, does little Fluffy go to heaven? That's right. Do animals go to heaven? What do you mean? My doggy? My kitty? Sure. My horse? I don't know. Horses? That's awful big. Can the horse get into heaven? Well, I think so. Let's take a look at it, right? Let's see what the scripture says. Hope you have your beverage of choice. I have mine right here. I like the flowers. Okay, here we go. Do animals go to heaven? And as always, like and subscribe. So you might know somebody out there who might want to really hear this if Fluffy is no longer with us. All right, so here we are. Ecclesiastes in the Old Testament, book of wisdom, by the way, probably written by Solomon, King Solomon, a wise fellow. He writes in, let's see, chapter 3 of Ecclesiastes, verse 18. All right, Ecclesiastes 3, verse 18. 18, here we go. He says, I also thought about the human condition, how God proves to people that they are like animals. For people and animals share the same fate. Both breathe and both must die. So people have no real advantage over the animals. Both go to the same place. They came from dust, and they return to dust. For who can prove that the human spirit goes up and the spirit of animals goes down into the earth? Who can prove that? Who can prove one way or the other that the human spirit goes up and the spirit of animal? Who knew animals even had a spirit, right? Well, sure, evidently they do. It's right here in the Bible. So if you're wondering, well, are there any animals in heaven? What about that? Does the Bible say anything about heaven having animals there? What if you knew, oh, that's right, I'm turning to something right now, aren't I? What if you knew there were animals in heaven? How would that change the way that you looked at life and looked at your own life? You think about, well, what would paradise be like, preacher? What about paradise, Pastor Stan? Can you tell me what it's like? I can tell you this. It is good and good. Oh, yeah. That's why they call it paradise. Paradise is awesome. And I can hardly wait to get there. If you're wondering about how do you get there, well, here's what happened. So Jesus, here's how I know about that. Jesus is on the cross dying. Jesus is on the cross dying. Right next to him, on both sides, two guys who are thieves, robbers, whatever. They both got the death penalty. So they're dying. One of them says, oh, if you're really Jesus, Son of God, come down off the cross and save us. The other guy rebukes him and says, hey, shut up. We're getting what we deserve, but this man, he didn't do anything wrong. And he says to Jesus, Lord, please remember me when you come into your kingdom. And Jesus turned to him and said, while he's dying on the cross, he says, today you will be with me in paradise. How cool is that, right? I leave here now, paradise, just like that. And how good is paradise? Pretty good. Pretty good. Well, what if you knew that there were animals in paradise? Because, it's paradise, right? It's paradise. What would a paradise be without animals of some kind? Well, here's one instance I want to point out to you where we do see an animal in heaven. Oh, yeah. Animal in heaven. Revelation chapter 19. Revelation chapter 19. Here's what it says, verse 11. Then I saw heaven opened and a white horse standing there. Its rider was named Faithful and True, and he judges fairly and wages a righteous war. Well, that's talking about Jesus. Jesus is riding a white horse. That's what it says. Then I saw heaven opened and a white horse was standing there. So Jesus riding on a horse. Well, he rode on a donkey's colt while he was here on earth. Now he's got, I bet that's a bit of a horse, don't you think? Wow, what a horse. Probably look at that horse and say, that is like the perfect horse if Jesus is going to ride on it. It's up there in heaven. A horse in heaven. That means that animals can be in heaven. Yeah, and you know what? I got some animals I might just be looking for when I get up there. Wouldn't it be great if I just walked through the gates into paradise and there was Pancho and there was Thor and all those other animals I've had in the past, tiger, my kitty, all those. Wouldn't that be great? Well, why not? You got a horse. Why not some other animals too? So I'm holding out for yes. Animals do go to heaven when they die. And guess what? They're going to be there when I get there. And I look forward to that. Anyway, send that to your mom, who might be concerned about little Fluffy, who's no longer with her. Do animals go to heaven? Well, I believe they do. And I hope I see them when I get there. All right, my friends. It's been good to be together with you on the Pastor Stan YouTube channel. Like and subscribe as always. Get your little cursor up there. Subscribe. And see if you can get some others to do the same thing so we can get the word out. Let them know. Guess what? Animals go to heaven too. All right, my friends. Good to see you. Next time on Pastor Stan YouTube channel.